What? There's another one too behind it or beside it. Check this out. Now I'm so excited after I just can't even remember the date at the moment and the time. Check that out, friends. Does that look like an airplane? Maybe it is. I can't see that good in the monitor. Wish I had my ISO up higher. I was just out here doing this video. Look where the trail goes. But what happened to that second one? I don't know, but this thing has gone into these clouds now. Maybe it'll come on through. Oh, there's the second one with it. Darn, I'm so tempted to turn up my ISO, but I don't want to miss something that might happen. Check this out. Is this just my luck or what, friends? Oh my gosh. I mean, for some reason, that doesn't look like an airplane to me. It looks like it's got a wider... Oh, don't you dare. A wider body. Oh, shoot. They're both going behind the clouds again. How far is it going to be? Wow, I'm going to have to wait all the way out to the other side, friends. Okay, well, I'm going to turn up my ISO. Okay. And just that fast. I can't even see the trails anymore. Is there a chance that those were both airplanes, friends? I just don't even see the trails anymore. I'm hoping they're going to come out the other side somewhere. Huh. Well, wasn't that interesting? Where did they go? I mean, seriously, friends, if those were airplanes, why didn't they come out? Where did they go? Are you kidding me? Friends, what was that? Again. Okay, well, I'm not seeing it come out, but I'll keep an eye on it and turn the video back on if it does. Thanks a lot. Bye. Look. It came back out. I had given up on it, friends. Wait. Maybe that's not it. Maybe that's a plane. Yeah, it's coming this way. Okay. Wait, what's taking it so long to go into those clouds? What the heck? It is sparking like plane lights. That was weird. Going up instead of... So it must be... And would it surprise you to note that there's a bunch of birds flying by again? Would it surprise you to know? After that last Meteors or What video, friends, what is up with that? Seriously. Okay, well, whatever that is, I think that one might be an airplane, but I just wanted to check to make sure, but it's got way too far to go to come out the other side. But those other things never did come out. Just never did come out. That is just so weird. So I don't know what that was. But it was coming this way. It was definitely coming this way. Oh, that's pretty cool. Huh. Okay, well, same old, right? As I was saying in the other video. Wow. Times they are a-changin', friends. Have a good night. Blessings. Much love to you all. Bye for now.
Blake Cousins, welcome back, world. We're going over Becky Lewis's footage. She's back and she's captured it again. Quite amazing footage. Brent's here. We've all seen it. The world has seen it. So we're going to go over it right now. We're going to zoom in, slow things down, get a close look. Is this chemtrail? Or is this something that I can't explain? Is this something that's out of this world? Brent, this is weird video and Becky's back again.
Like the first clip shows two objects and she even says she decides, you decide on what's going on here. She's very aware of what's going on in the skies. I got to give her hats off on this footage. It's excellent. It's very clear. She's got a very good camera and it's capturing it right at the dusk of the sun going down. It's illuminating what's ever going on up there. She doesn't quite know if they're planes or something otherworldly, but I do think that she's capturing something amazing. This chemical that's coming off of this plane or something otherworldly is fascinating to look at. It's something that I've never seen before, really, given the evidence here at third phase of moon.
Central Indiana, captured again by Becky Lewis. She said a lot to us right here at third phase of moon, and she says that she wants to keep it to herself, so we'll respect that. But she also says that she wants to share this video to the world, so that's what we're doing right now. What's going on over Indiana is a big question. Wait, hold on. Look at this again. We're looking at this close up. I still don't see any fuselage, any kind of airplane. This is weird stuff. Look at the mass ejection of whatever this chem cloud is. It evaporates behind it as well. So it's really weird.
The formation of this chemtrail is curious. It's just us. It's huge. It's emitting something that's strange and it's just not normal. What we're looking at is something that we should all be very concerned about. And I got to give Becky again hats off to what's going down here over the skies of Indiana. And I want to tell everybody out there, her last upload that she did, Becky was very serious about what happened with her video. It was stolen by a bunch of people out there without permission. And Becky gave us the first permission right here at third phase of moon. And hey, Becky, we're out for you. We're going to protect this information and the evidence coming in. Whatever it is, you decide, everybody. That's what Becky said.
That's right. That's right. There's a lot of copy-paste journalism out there, and this gets a little old. But Becky realizes that there are places to share this. She put it up on her YouTube channel. It's called Becky Lewis. The link is below. Y'all get to see it. And she's captured the same phenomenon, and she's captured it twice. Let me tell you, if you captured stuff like this, please submit it to third phase of moon. We want to share it. That's what it's all about. So Becky is on track. Watch it out. Watch out, people. Watch out for copy-paste journalism. Let's get to the source. Becky, join us this Friday on our radio show. We want to get your testimony on this. This is pretty cool. Rolling real time, people around the world. Any last words, Brent, on this shocking video?
Meteors, unidentified flying objects, chemtrails, whatever's going on around the skies around the world. Becky's been doing her investigation. Good job, Becky. Hope to hear from you soon. Blake, everybody, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. That's right. And join us this Friday, 12 midnight New York time, 9 p.m. Los Angeles. We're doing our radio show, Third Phase of Moon Radio. We're live, taking your calls from around the world. The number to call in is 347-934-0378. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We're not alone.
Control, this is Flight. We're tracking through 3, fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
Third Phase Moon and master music artist Paul Barrett is back with his second album. 11 brand new soundtracks out of this world, heard over 100 million times. Available on iTunes right now. Paul Barrett's Third Phase of Moon, Alien Nation. Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins here. Brent said, come over here. Take a look at this link via Google Earth. I'm not exactly sure what he's discovered. Brent says it came in from Maxim Trebo. He says this is going to break some news. So let's do it. For the first time, I'm going to do the search. I'm going to put in the search and we're going to find out Brent's coordinates. Let's go for a ride around planet Earth. Okay, we're going to the Pacific. Seems like we're in the middle of nowhere on an island. Okay, I think I see what Brent's noticing here. This object. But what? It's underneath the water? Okay, Brent, now you got my interest. Let's move in. The Millennium Falcon has crash landed in the middle of the Pacific on Google imagery. Right here in front of your face. Brent, I don't know what's going on here. This is amazing. Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back. Brent, let's get serious. Let's get real serious and discuss what's going on in this Google Earth search. We're putting the coordinates below. Everybody could do it for yourself. We're doing this live right now. Go ahead, Brent. Let's move in.
Blake, this is cool, real cool. You're doing this real time for everybody. We're getting this information from Maximum Trebo. He gave us the coordinates, and I just pulled this up. I'm like, wow, Blake. Let's take a look. Could he pull that back a little bit? We're seeing those tracks. Pull those tracks back from this object here, and it shows that this could be a crash landing. It reminds me of the Baltic Sea anomaly. And you can see this thing has been ripping this the surface. It's total. What the hell's going on here?
Almost a loss for words in its own sense as we're looking through this. I'm backing up, looking at the imagery and this island. Let's see what's going on over here. Where are we exactly? Starbuck Island. Wow, now things are getting strange. Are you kidding me? Are we at Starbuck Island? Come on, people, we're doing this for the first time. I think this is a world exclusive. Nobody's seen this before. Let's take a look around. Let's take a look around. I love Google Earth because they really are scanning the surface. Let's see. It seems like this could have been some kind of landing pad. Let's move it. And this is where things get a little strange. There it is. There it is. You see that? Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. And then the track.
Blake, it seems to like skip across water. This thing's skipping and hitting the surface and bouncing back, but it seems like it wants to hold on to the surface like a magnet. Is this some sort of UFO technology that's digging into the surface
almost
here?
Out of control. It almost seems like an out of control landing. Skipping along the surface. Then, right here, let's go into here. It's going underneath the water right here. We're going to go deep. Let's see.
Let's get a closer look at this object. That's good. There's some good detail there. It almost gives some dimension there. Let's wrap it around. Yes.
Let's see if we could wrap this around. Let's wrap it around. What is this? All right, people, we're going to put the link under description. I hope everybody's doing this. Let's get a bird's eye view on this. You know, this is something that needs to be shared. If you have friends around on Facebook, you want to show them something incredible, go to Third Phase Moon right now. Share what you're seeing. Share what you're seeing. Share the link. A disc shape. Look at this. Let's see if we could turn things around. Come at it from an opposite direction.
There's I'm pointing out. Moving closer to that craft, I see a little, like it seems to have broken up almost. There's a piece. Oh, wait, right there to the right there. We have a couple fragments.
What
Oh,
is
wait,
this?
look at the ship. It really gives a nice dimension there.
Wow.
That's amazing, Blake. Now we nailed it right there. This gives
Look at this.
a ship.
Look, what are these patterns? What are these anomalies underneath the ocean? Here, look. And now we're going to go back in. Let's move into this. Like I said, doesn't that look like the Millennium Falcon? That's insane. Are you seeing this?
I see it's definitely moving forward. It looks like we're looking at some sort of trajectory of turbo, a boost, a power source behind the ship itself. It's definitely sci-fi. It's science fiction like, and we're living it, seeing it on planet Earth.
We're looking at this right now, and look at this. Look at the track as whatever this craft is. I'm calling it a star craft now. This is my opinion. Look at it. It crash landed, and now it's underneath the water. You know, in the middle of the Pacific. Let's pull this out. Let's see where we're at. Wow. What a perfect place to crash an object that nobody will ever discover but Google Maps. And Google Earth has just discovered this. Again, we're going to take a closer look. Can you tell me what this is, people?
This shows its top view like we did see earlier. Let's see if we could get another dimension coming in from the bottom left side of it. We saw that awesome look of it on the right. Now let's see if the same features present itself. What an awesome delivery and new evidence from Maxim Trebow. Maxim's given us a lot of good information. He's our Russian counterpart out there.
He's a Russian connection.
Our Russian connection.
You know, he's broken so much news right here at Third Phase Moon. Let's see from this angle, what are we going to look at? Let's move it up. Let's move it up. Here we go. Let's go in. I don't think it could be some kind of military bunker. Because some people would go ahead, Brent. What are you looking at?
I'm seeing this ship you can see it's buried in the sand. We're not seeing the full scope of it. You can see the nose has hidden itself underneath the surface there.
It's a nosedive.
It
curled out in the sand and came to a sudden stop.
We could even see the shadow based off to the left of it. And it's definitely, we're not seeing this whole ship. But on those side features, we're really getting a good look on what kind of shape this object's showing itself. I wonder how old this is. Blake, I know you can do a search on time and see if
this was captured in 2005. Let's see what we got. 2010, and this is, let's see what 2000. Let's go with 2014 delivers. Let's go back in time. It was there since 2005. So whatever this is, it's been around for a while. Now let's go to present day. Let's pull it up, and there it is.
This thing seems ancient. We don't know how old this is. This could be something that's been in the ocean waters for over 100 years. There's erosion around these islands, so it can't be too dated, or it would have been basically sunk underneath the sand and disappeared. This is a nice topographical view of this Starbuck Island. What a strange name again. Starbuck. Battlestar Galactica.
Amazing. Let's fly in here again. Let's do a quick fly through and check out its demise. You can see some kind of disturbance, and then it starts to scrape along the surface, and then there's nothing there, so it starts to skip along. Skip, and then we're going to move in, and whatever this anomaly is, It's hard to tell. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Blake Cousins, share this evidence. Share it because people are going to be amazed. And ask them, what do you think it is? Brent, any last words?
Blake, I just want to say again, Maxim, good job on the link, and keep up the good work. And everybody else, keep up the good work out there too. Appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good night.
That's right. We'll see everybody again next time. Share this. Share it now. Thanks, subscribers. Thanks, world. We'll see everybody again next time. All right, here we go. Third phase of moon. Blake Cousins. General Mark A. Malley, 39th U.S. Army Chief of Staff, breaks news.
And I know
it's
there's many
gonna be
others
quite amazing.
who tell you that as well.
Listen to this right
And you
now.
will graduate, be in that world. And you're going to be leading the soldiers and the sailors, the airmen and the Marines in that world. You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men. You're going to be dealing with tribes. You'll be dealing with national leaders and local leaders.
Okay, you heard it. Hybrid armies, little green men. Now, this is coming from a high-ranking chief of staff, a general. And he spoke at the Norwich University in front of a central symposium. The training corps, cadets, civilian students, faculty and staff, alumni, members of the community, and the public were there. And nobody's laughing here. Nobody's laughing at the statement. Did you hear it? Let's hear it again.
I can tell you that from personal experience, and I know there's many others who can tell you that as well. And you will graduate, be in that world. And you're going to be leading the soldiers and the sailors, the airmen and the Marines in that world. You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men. You're going to be dealing with tribes. You'll be dealing with national leaders and local leaders.
All right, now you listen to it. And is this disclosure at hand right now? Why is a Army Chief of Staff saying something like this? Brent's here, and I bet you he's got a statement. He's ready to talk. Brent, what's your statement here?
All I gotta say is hell yeah. This is cool. Mark Malley, he's coming up. He's not afraid. I think he knows something that everybody else doesn't want to tell us. And he's ready to blow the whistle on this, and he just did subliminally. No way. This is straight up information. He's not hiding nothing here. He left it all on the table. These people, his students right there, he's in front of the people that will be fighting armies in the future. What a great way to start it up and have people know that we're not just fighting enemies on the ground here on Earth, but possibly interstellar enemies.
Absolutely. You know, there's good aliens, there's bad aliens, good people, bad people. Come on, it's common sense. So the general out there is basically speaking common sense. Finally, for the first time, a high-ranking official is revealing to the world right now that we are in battle. And he's talking about hybrid armies. Now, what is this all about? Genetically hybrid armies, in my opinion? What's a hybrid army? What are these little green men that he's talking about? What are we going to be fighting there? Again, this is not satire, people. There is the link below. General Mark A. Malley, 39th U.S. Army Chief of Staff, said this.
You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men. You're going to be dealing with tribes.
And you heard it right here at Third Phase of Moon. It is quite amazing. We want to create a discussion. Everybody, leave your comments below what you think's going down, because I got a feeling 2016 is going to be quite amazing in regards to disclosure. And Norwich University and the cadets, I bet you they're thinking to themselves, what have we gotten ourselves into? Or maybe this is the biggest fight of our lives. You know, it's quite interesting what General Malley says. And he says he's seen a lot. And 2016 is not going to be anything like what's happened in the past. Brent?
Yeah, when I first saw this video, it reminds me of something out of a movie, Independence Day. I thought this was a clip, and he's being behind the cameras as a scene, but no, this is a real deal. This is not a movie. Army Chief of Staff Mark Miley is giving us the truth, and this was recorded for everybody to hear. I think nobody's really picking up on it because they're afraid of the truth. And we got this source by a few updates from social media.
Absolutely. Let's get to more detail. 2016 marks the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Reserve Officers Training Corps, the ROTC. And this was a celebration, a historic milestone, as they would say. And this was a centennial symposium where General Malley said these statements. So I think this is quite interesting. It's confirming, in my opinion, that the military knows what's up in regards to the alien phenomenon, obviously, what you just heard. So there it is, people. The world is waking up. Disclosure is happening right now. And, things are happening quite quickly. So this is Third Phase of Moon breaking news. Brent, any last words here?
Yeah, it seems like the military heavy politicians are talking about UFOs. The idea of not being alone. President Bush Sr. was just asked what would happen if there's an alien invasion or if the aliens are here. They're saying, and President Bush is saying, that the American people can't handle the truth. This guy's getting up there in age right now. He's in his 90s. He's going to be 100 real soon. Is he 100? He's real close. He's getting there. Maybe he knows his days on this earth are short, and he wants the people to know that we are not alone. And I think the American people can handle the truth. Why is he saying these deceptive words and not giving us the truth is really the real question.
Certainly, you got a former president, George Sr., saying that we can't handle the truth. Then basically a day or two later, General Mark A. Malley says these provocative statements. So this is where we're at here. And I'm kind of concerned about this hybrid army thing. The hybrid armies, as he states. What are we talking about? If you talked about robotic armies and robots in the future fighting, that makes a lot of sense. But when you're talking about hybrid, now this gets a little bit to genetically engineered alien tech involvement, and it is quite a statement from the Army Chief of Staff, Mark O'Malley.
Blake, what we're seeing here on hybrid armies, what I'm thinking more so is not robotic, but more super soldiers, genetically engineered to be bigger and more powerful than the human body can actually be. Probably manipulated through alien tech as well. What Mark A. Malley is kind of coming to a consensus of these hybrid armies that they're probably being built today, right now, under cover, where we haven't seen them.
What do you mean?
Waiting for an attack.
Are you really saying that they're building an army right now, like incubator hybrid beings, and they're being developed to? Well, he says that we're going to have to fight them. So is there other countries developing these hybrid super soldiers? Now, we've heard about super soldiers, genetically engineered humans to become 10 times stronger than the normal man. They could jump 30 feet in the air and carry 1,000 pounds. Is this what Mark A. Malley's talking about? Everybody, again, just the conversation is being created here. This is breaking news. So you got to share it with your friends. We don't know all the answers. We're just asking questions. And asking questions is what Third Phase of Moon does. And we appreciate the information that comes in so we could filter it out to the world, because the world is listening. They're waking up. As I said a little earlier, all I got to say is things are happening big, and they're happening real fast. And we're going to put it out. Share this. We love all our subscribers. Subscribe to Third Phase of Moon on our YouTube channel. Join us on Facebook. Lots of information coming in there. Brent, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Blake. It's been very interesting. What a great report. As far as the little green men, let's just hope they come in peace and not war. Everybody keep watching.
That's right, Brent. Peace, not war. Stop wars. Stop hating and start to combine and love each other universally. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We'll see you again next time.
Control, this is
All right, friends, from around the world, Blake Cousins, we're broadcasting right now. Stay tuned for amazing footage just in from New Jersey. Take a look at this. Do planes stop in midair? Well, Patrick McCracken captured this in New Jersey. He submitted this to Disclosure Radio, our friend Michael Weiss, and we have permission to share this to the world, plus a discovery by Google Earth that's going to rock your seats. But take a look at this video right now. All right, Brent, we're looking at the video shot on a highway. We want to get some more detail. We're inviting Patrick McCracken and the family on Third Phase of Moon Radio so we can find out more about this. But are we looking at anti-gravity technology? This looks military, in my opinion. Brent, your thoughts? And thanks for joining us, Brent. What's your opinion on this video?
Blake, this is definitely military. I would like to ask the public, I can't make this jet out. Is it a C-17 or something else? But what it's capable of and the technology it's showing right now is prevalent. It's in reverse. It's anti-gravity. This thing's stalling in the sky. How's it holding itself up there? I'm looking at this again and wow, look at that. What a great catch. Wise and Disclosure Radio is keeping up. They're really putting out the information, trying to get disclosure to this technology we're looking at right now. This is amazing footage, Blake.
Could this be an industrial complex using ARV anti-gravity technology in commercial aircraft and disguised as UFOs as a cover for black op projects? Well, this is something quite concerning. And we got to thank Patrick McCracken and Michael Weiss. They're doing a really good job getting the word out. We're having their links below so you can see the entire video captured by the McCracken family and checking out Michael Weiss's work in regards to this anti-gravity tech being captured around the world. Brett, we're looking at this video and it's pretty much in your face.
In its true form. We're getting the evidence here, people, and appreciate everybody else taking a look at this and giving their opinions. In my opinion, this is out of sight. Let's get to the next evidence. It's quite stunning, Blake. This is new information coming out of the Middle East.
All right, now if you thought that was quite amazing, let's go to Google Earth. Dan Roper gives us coordinates. Let's punch it in and see what happens right now. Let's go. Let's pull it in. Let's see. Okay, we have a lock. Where are we going right now? It's just off Cairo. And let's zoom in. All right, we got the coordinates. What are we looking at? All right, so far, nothing. Okay, I got it. He says move along and let's change the dates and see what's captured in 2013. Whoa. Okay, now this is weird. You know, there's been a lot of stuff coming up on Google Earth. Last night we just broke news. And now it's happening again. Weird stuff captured by Google Earth. What are we looking at? Let's get a closer look at this. So far we're at elevation 406 feet. Let's move it down. See how low this goes. All right, it seems like this thing's on the surface. Let's exit the ground street view and see what we got here. What is this weird rainbow effect? Why is an airplane, a large twin turbo jet, on the ground here? Let's move around. Let's move around. Take a look. What do we got here? What is this place? Okay, we got Brent Cousins. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is quite an amazing episode. Let's move along here and zoom in. Brent, what's your first thoughts on this?
Very strange, Blake. What's going on is, shoot, I can't tell you. Well, you just pointed back earlier. It looked like some sort of refinery, an oil refinery. I'm not sure. Somewhere in Egypt, close to off the east coast of Cairo. And there's the coast. We got the coast right there. This thing's not up in the air. I don't know what this effect is, if that's a shadow. If this thing is emitting a shadow, this thing's flying very low. And I don't think that's the case. It reminds me of the movie Close Encounters, when they found a big ship in the desert. Now we have a huge aircraft in plain sight in the desert, captured on Google Maps.
Okay, now the conspiracy theorists are going to go nuts with what I'm going to say right now. But could you imagine that what we're looking at right now is this large twin turbo jet, and then at this moment, it's vanished in midair into an interdimensional jump? Now, what do you got to say about that? That's, this is hypothetical. We're going to put the links below so everybody can take a look at this anomaly, whatever it is. I want to point this out. We don't know what it is. But if you've seen anything like this ghost-like mirrored image off an airliner, and we could figure out this anomaly effect if that's what it is. Let's find something else that resembles this, because I know for a fact right now this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this before. This ghost image of a jet airliner. What's going on here? I gotta say, I think the first time ever seen on YouTube. Again, more breaking news on Third Phase of Moon. What's up with these jet airliners stopping in midair like we just saw, and now we're watching this right here on Google Earth. Wow, people, this is quite an amazing episode. Brent, any last words?
Blake, I really like that C-17 stopping in mid-flight in this episode, and this strange anomaly is Google Earth image of a aircraft twin turbo engine in the desert, in the middle of nowhere, next to some sort of refinery. I don't know what to say, Blake. This is very strange, and thanks to...
Yep, and his name is Dan Roper. Wow, Dan, thanks for sharing this breaking news footage. We're getting it out to the world. We're getting the information as fast as it comes into Third Phase of Moon. Everybody, have your eyes on the skies, because you just never know what you might find. Blake Cousins, Brent, thanks. We'll see everybody again next time.
You're so crazy. That plane has stopped in midair. How did that happen?
Transmission completed. Transmission completed. Object confirmed.
Moving closer to that craft, I see a little, like it seems to have broken up almost. There's a piece, oh wait, right there to the right there. We have a couple fragments. Oh wait, look at the ship. It really gives a nice dimension there. That's amazing, Blake. Now we know that right there. This gives
Look at this.
a ship.
What are these patterns? What are these anomalies underneath the ocean here? Look. Now we're going to go back in. Let's move into this. Like I said, doesn't that look like the Millennium Falcon? That's insane. Are you seeing this?
I see it's definitely moving forward. It looks like we're looking at some sort of trajectory of turbo, a boost, a power source behind the ship itself. It's definitely sci-fi. It's science fiction like, and we're living it, seeing it on planet Earth.
We're looking at this right now, and look at this. Look at the track as whatever this craft is. I'm calling it a starcraft now. This is my opinion. Look at it. It crash landed, and now it's underneath the water. Off.
All right, everybody. April 21st, 2016. Big week. We got big photos coming up, and guess what? Jack's back with great information. Things are happening again on the ranch. You know, last week and the last couple months of Jack, he's been producing a lot of evidence. And today we got crystal clear, metallic UFOs. Blake's here, and we're going to go over Jack's testimony right now and drill him for some details. Hey, Jack, you here?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
Thanks for having me again on the show.
Thank you, Jack. It's been a pleasure having you, and it's been a pleasure you sharing your evidence. Tell us about what you gave us today.
Well, this one, it really did throw me for a loop. I was up early this morning and doing the usual things. I was looking in on the animals, feeding the horses and whatnot. And I saw, at first I thought it was some kind of a puff of smoke, or I don't know what I thought it was. It looked peculiar, but it didn't really have much of a form to it. And it was quite a ways away when I first saw it. And maybe about 20 seconds later, it had approached in a way where I did not notice that it was traveling, but it almost seemed to have appeared several thousand yards closer in a matter of seconds. And that is what first startled me, and it for surely caught my attention. And from that point on, I did not take my eyes off of this thing. But I must say, I was absolutely petrified as I looked at this sort of almost living robotic, I really don't know what kind of a monstrosity this thing was, except for the top of the thing where there was some kind of plasma light emitting from it, which it scared the living crap out of me and almost seemed to have an awareness to it, because as I stared at it, it seemed to give off some type of a recognition. I felt like as if the thing was looking at me and was almost trying to intercept me in some way, trying to lock on with my mind in some sort. I felt almost paralyzed by this object, and I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah, Jack, Blake Cousins here. I have to say, some people might classify this object, whatever you're saying, as a humanoid.
It had features that were certainly like that of a living organism, somewhat like a jellyfish with some kind of a robotic, organic head structure on the top of it.
Something
so I would say, yes, it had some kind of a humanoid portion of the object, did have that resemblance, yes.
So, Jack, let's get back to this figure, whatever it is. It seems wispy, as you would say. You got a close-up look at this thing. What do you think this was? You said you were terrified. What were you doing at the time?
Well, I was tending to the animals, like I always do, and I was standing there gazing at the object in absolute terror, I must say, I was more petrified than I have ever been. And my dog was there with me. He was looking at it too for a couple of seconds, and he went and ran into the barn. And I stood there gazing at the object, and I could not move. I wanted to run and follow that dog into the barn. I was thinking to myself, I want to run away, and I could not move. And so it must have been for another 30 or 40 seconds that I stood there paralyzed until the object must have released a hold on me, or maybe I came back to my senses. I don't know, but I had the sudden ability to move, and I did. I ran straight for that barn, and I went into the barn, and I went behind the second horse stall, and I crouched down in absolute fear for quite some time, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I was in there with the dog, and we was both huddling on the floor. He was in the corner shaking and not making a sound. And this dog, he barks at all kinds of things. He barks at the birds. He barks and chases the animals. And he barks when he wants to eat in the morning. And this dog was absolutely silent throughout this whole event. And that's something that was also very peculiar. I believe that this dog sensed something in the object that absolutely paralyzed him in a way that it did to me as well.
So, Jack, you captured this craft. I call it a humanoid entity, a black figure. It doesn't seem friendly. And then, what happens next?
Well, after I was in the barn for a few minutes, I finally mustered up the courage to pull the camera out of my pocket, and I went to one of the windows on the side of the barn, and I slowly peered outside to see if the object was still there, and it was. And I felt as if it knew where I was, and perhaps it was there waiting for me. And I was very uneasy still. But I was really wanting to capture a picture of this thing. And so I started to try to snap shots, but the angle from where I was inside of the barn, I couldn't get a clear picture through this dusty old window. So I managed to go back out the back door, come around the corner, and quickly snap a shot, holding the camera around the corner, snapping a couple of shots. And the one shot that I did capture of the object is the one that I sent to you. I was waving the camera around because I was so shook up. I was afraid to step out behind the corner and actually see where I was pointing the camera. So I just was snapping pictures, holding the camera out there. And then after a few snapshots, I ran back into the barn, and I stayed there for another couple of minutes. Right about that time, the sun was just about all the way up at this time. When I first noticed the object, the sun was not all the way out at that time, and it was a little bit dark still. And so, but by the time I came back outside the second time, it was light outside, and I saw that thing very clearly, and it was very, very close. I would say less than 200 yards away, and it hovered there for another couple of seconds, and a very, very large metallic ship came in the direction of the object. And quite frankly, I felt, even though this second object was also very peculiar, I felt very relieved at that time, because it seemed as though as soon as the second object began to approach this monstrosity, it immediately left the area. In the same way that it had appeared, it didn't seem to move in a normal way. It seemed to almost disappear in a direction. The metallic object was only there for a couple of seconds after the other object disappeared. So did the metallic object. It flew away in a way that was more conventional, in a way that was not so startling. And so by that time, I actually was feeling much better, and I began to snap a few more pictures with my camera. I got several decent pictures of that metallic object when it was in close, right as it came in.
You notice one of the shots that as it's behind the hills there, so this thing's got to be quite large. How big do you think it was?
I would say it was well over 100 feet of a wingspan on that ship. And yes, it was very, very large. And but it did not stop fear in me the way that the first object did. The second object really brought calm to me. I don't know why I felt so relieved when it arrived, but just because the other thing left as soon as the second object appeared. And so in my mind, it was as though the second object had come to my rescue, because that first object gave me the kind of fear that I have never felt. And I have never had my body be so out of my control. I could not move for a very long time, for a minute or two.
Wow, so now we got two different kinds of extraterrestrial beings, interdimensional beings, visiting Jack and his ranch. And this just happens. When did this happen? Within 24 hours? You're contacting
Yes, sir. This happened this morning.
Man, and you're still composed to talk and send this and take our calls and share this to the world. Jack,
well, I felt much better after seeing that second ship. I'll tell you, had that second ship not appeared there, I don't know what might have happened. Mm-hmm. I was not composed in the first part of this incident. I can tell you that.
Whatever this second event happened, it sounds like they were there to help. They were one of the good guys. One of the good guys was there. And then you have this other thing. Could there be a war going on over there? And why is it there? Why are you seeing these things? This is
why here.
We gotta find this out.
Here. Why are all of these objects descending on my area around here? That I do not understand.
Jack, we're going to put the photos out. We're going to put them out to the world right now. And, you know, we got to end this call so I could get to editing, putting your photos, sharing it to the world. Can I give you a call back in about an hour? We'll put this up. And I'm hoping that maybe we could get some answers from the public. And I want to talk to you some more. I want to get those other photos so we can share those as well. Jack, let's set this up later.
Okay,
you
that
okay
would
with
be
that?
fine.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Okay, let's get to it. Everybody, stay tuned. More photos from Jack's ranch. And share this. Share this breaking news right now. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We're not alone.
Flight, can you hear me? Flight, can you hear me? Flight, can you hear me? Flight.